Here we have Buddy Boyd with our special guest at the Seashell Electric Vehicle Festival.
This is Harvey Soicher.
You got it.
And Harvey just got back from driving his Audi from Newfoundland to Victoria.
Because I'm always up for a challenge. I thought I'd see how fast I could drive home.
Interesting.
So that was kind of like, I did the drive 2 years ago in honor of my wife, because we were going to do that together. And we, she wasn't able to do it, so I did it in her name. And this time, I thought, before, it was just trying to make it across the country.
Right.
And now there's no challenge to make it across the country. There's high-speed chargers everywhere. So I thought the only other challenge that I could do would see how fast I could do it. So that's why I did it that way.
So that leads me to my second question. How fast did you make it from St. John's, Newfoundland?
Yeah, kilometer zero.
Kilometer zero to get to kilometer zero in Victoria.
Yeah, they call it mile zero there. I don't know why.
Okay.
But I guess I didn't want to have kilometer zero.
Got it.
There's a whole story behind that. Anyway, it took us 4 days, 18 hours, and 25 minutes.
So what date did you leave on?
We left September 13th,
You arrived?
Monday, and we left at 9:29 a.m. And we arrived in Victoria at mile zero at 11 o'clock, 11:24 p.m.
That's amazing. How many kilometers did you actually travel from St. John's to Victoria?
It was 7,071, but I give or take a few kilometers.
And you did that in 4 days and 19 hours?
18 hours and 24 minutes. 25 minutes.
Wow.
And that's including the ferries.
And
how long did it take you?
56 days to do both across Canada. But we took ours in 2017, and there was hardly any fast charging. So when we used the Bolt, which car did you use?
This one right here, the Audi e-tron.
The Audi e-tron.
Yeah.
And what kind of range do you have on your Audi?
Well, it's rated at 325, but I was getting between 350 and 450, going to St. John's. My range is going back because we were going a little quicker. You use up more of the battery, but we did a lot of charging stops so that we could maximize our speed and minimize our charging times.
Wow. When I did our trip, we used 90% level 2 chargers. Did you use any level 2 chargers?
No,
on your
all
trip?
level 3.
All fast chargers?
All fast chargers. And the thing is that back when I did it 2 years ago, there were no fast chargers in Newfoundland or across the Lakehead or across northern BC, with the exception of like 2, 25 kilowatt chargers at a Volkswagen dealer and at a Tim Hortons. But other than that, all the charging was a mixture of, when I first did it, of level 2 and level 3.
Right.
And Newfoundland didn't have any level 3, all level 2.
So things sure have changed in a very short
Well,
period
that's
of
the
time.
other, coming back to your reason, is John, right? Yeah, of going, is to really show people that now driving an electric car on a long distance, there's no inconvenience for charging. I mean, to show that you can do it quickly, where when you're stopping for food, going to the bathroom, your car is ready before you are. That's how much better the charging network is. And if it's not 10 times better than it was 2 years ago, it's 20 times better.
Yeah. So my final question, and we really do appreciate you coming in.
It's my pleasure.
Sharing our Sunshine Coast Electric Vehicle Association Festival. Now that you've been driving EVs for as long as you have, I know you've put a lot of miles under your belt. What's your main takeaway with the state of electric vehicles and long distance driving now in Canada?
That there's a massive difference between not just the charging network, but the perception of people that you and I both meet. Because back 2-3 years ago, people were thinking that electric vehicles was more of a novelty. But now people are actually thinking about getting their next car to be electric, and that was a massive shift, and it's so great to see. And I did a lot of interviewing of people and stopping, like getting answers to questions that you're asking me now, where some people were, I say, well, why did you buy an electric car? And they said, for my grandchildren or for my children. And because people are really seeing that driving an electric car is not just about the great benefits of low cost of fuel or low cost of maintenance, and but also that there's a real reason to save the environment that we live in, to reduce greenhouse gases, because it won't really affect us, because we're not going to be here that much longer.
Right.
But for people's grandchildren, future generations, we got to make these changes. Look at all the fires that have been having, throughout BC and Northern Ontario, Northern Alberta. It's we got to make these changes. We can't wait.
Great.
Well, listen, I'd like to say on behalf of the Sunshine Coast Electric Vehicle Association, we're deeply honored that you came just on the cusp of you finishing your long trip, and thanks very much for coming, Harvey. It was a pleasure meeting you.